So initially, I'm feeling this situation is talking to someone who has kind of come out of a dark time, come out of a space where a lot of uncertainty, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering emotionally, a lot of confusion. But right now, you've stepped through that. You've stepped through that, and it's a time of renewed hope, strength. This is showing just how strong you have come out on top of this. And it looks like you've, through this devil in reverse, it can talk about some really toxic things, some bad habits, some addictions, some deep fears inside, some anxiety, and it looks like with that being in reverse, that those have been overcome. So I'm feeling a lot of strength. I'm feeling, maybe you're not quite recognizing that in yourself just yet, but it appears that you have overcome quite a bit here to reach this place. And I kind of feel you moving really fast. Like as I look at this star card, I feel like I'm moving through a wormhole in some way. Like my reality is shifting so quickly. Then we look at the King of Swords in the reverse, and I need to sit with this card to see, this can talk about, this could be your energy, and it could be talking about a quiet power, meaning you're not loud and pushy and charging over everyone, but yet there is a quietness about you that is just as strong and just as powerful at leading others or at being someone people look up to because of your quiet power, your stability, and probably also seeing what you have come through, the fears, the shadows, the chains that you've had to break loose from, whether that's through a codependent toxic relationship or if that's just like your own inner fears and struggles and difficulties, and that maybe you had a very abusive, what I call the ego voice, and that's just the voice in the head that talks all the time, judges, labels, thinks, all those things. And if it was more in a negative state, that could have been a very difficult thing to have to break free of. But it looks like you've come out strong. Let me look at this King of Swords just for a second, and I am going to pull 3 cards to clarify each of these. But I just want to see what I see around the card, or in the card. I'm feeling a lot of warm energy in my heart. I feel like there was an understanding with another person, a mutual there may have been a breakup or a separation or a change in role that you played with this person in the physical. But a heart-to-heart level, like consciousness to consciousness, it's all understood. Every single bit of it. There's not any part of it that there's resentment or anger or bitterness. It is just pure unconditional love at the heart level. Now, this person may not, if they're still in their ego in the physical world, they may not exhibit that, or you may not be able to see that on the outside. But I'm telling you, on the higher level, you two, if this is someone for you, that there was a separation, a change in role, such as a breakup or a divorce or whatever that may be, heart to heart, you're clear. On a higher level, on a higher consciousness, if this King of Swords in reverse is representing a person for you, beside yourself, heart to heart, you two, like on the higher level, on the higher plane, you're so totally clear. There is no animosity, there's no regret, there's just pure unconditional love there. and laughter. Like I hear like, wasn't that fun? How funny was that? Like that, wasn't that a good time? Even though it probably wasn't. Looking at what it looks like you just came out of, it doesn't look like it was probably. Looks like a lot of tears went into that or came out of that. So, yeah. So this person that you could have broken away from, a King of Swords in reverse, if we're looking at the characteristics of a person who holds a King of Swords in the reverse, they can be a know-it-all and they can abuse that power. They can be manipulative. They can be manipulative with their words and their mind power, meaning they're pretty in tune with a person's mind or the way they think, and they use that. They use that to their advantage to be able to. They can see those core wounds of yours. They can see those shadows. They can see that reverse devil energy, and they can use that against you. So take that as it works for you. So we're going to look. Give me a little more information about this star card, please. Clarify the star. Clarifying the star card. Give me a little bit more information about the star. And the Ace of Cups comes out in the star. I'm telling you, you are in such a higher place from where you were in this. This looks like they're showing me your current state, but it's kind of talking about a past situation or what you just came out of. But an Ace of Cups, like that's a new beginning, or let's try again. Let's put out the peace here, and let's wave the white flag. And it's not necessarily with this person, but it's about you. It's about a renewal of strength within yourself, like a blank slate. And here we are. And let's look at the devil energy, please. The devil energy in reverse. Okay. Wow. Oh man. Yeah. The Nine of Swords. So this is just confirming that was hard. That was some hard stuff. Kept you up at night. Like so many swords coming at you. So hard to have. This was a mental attack. Like you have been on the mental battlefield. So hard on your mind. So hard thinking, and so many negative thoughts, and such a negative attack of thoughts. I mean, you went through it. You went through, oh gosh, yeah, that's difficult. Like that's taking you down into the depths. Like all the fears coming at you at once. So let's look at the King of Swords. Oops. Give me a little information on the King of Swords in the reverse. King of Swords, clarify the King of Swords in the reverse, please. King of Swords in the reverse. 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 And we get the Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. I'm just going to sit with this for just a second. And this does feel like a partnership of some kind that you may have had with this King of Swords in the reverse. And again, in the physical realm, this King of Swords, whoever that is for you, the reverse King of Swords, even though it's totally clear in the higher realms, and if this person stepped up into his highest or her highest conscious state, they would feel that clarity that I was talking about before. But I don't think they necessarily are in that state. I think they may still be working through a lot of this stuff that you've already came through. I think that they may still be in that. They may still be in the dark, not quite come out into the light on this situation yet. So I think they're really feeling that Two of Cups in reverse. They don't feel in where, when it's in the upright, it's about peace and harmony and partnership, and they feel that very strong lack of partnership, of this is all wrong. Like in their world, this feels all wrong. But for you, I think this was something that you were both supposed to come through. You both agreed, your souls, if we look up higher at the higher picture here, both of your souls agreed to go through this, yet you went through your suffering. But I think the separation is what then triggered their suffering. Like, I don't think they were going through suffering while you were going through suffering. I think you went through the suffering first. You were like, at a soul level, okay, I'll go first. You torment me. You torment me, and then when I get through my fear, I'm going to leave, and then through my leaving, that's going to torment you. So that's how that's going to work. So let's now look at our paths forward. I always like to give a path for the future based off of your current level of vibration. And then I like to say, okay, well, if you raise your vibration to the highest level possible, if you are just pure consciousness and you're totally shifted, what's that outcome going to look like? Okay. So I think you've probably, if you're listening to this, you've probably shifted a lot consciously anyway. Or you would not be sitting in that star energy with that Ace of Cups at your doorstep. So let's look at that now. Let's look at the path. Spirit, show us the future path. What's on the future path? If whoever this is talking to does not change their mentality at all, keeps going, you may still have some fears going on. You may still have some negative dialogue that the ego voice is talking to you about that may be lowering your vibration just a bit. So if you change nothing, if you keep thinking what you're thinking and keep going, what is going to be? Oh my gosh. How do I have 2 star cards in this deck? Well, what's the mother's? Maybe, oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a deck. Maybe I don't know this deck very well. Okay, the card that came out was called the Mother Star. And so I assumed that was the star card. But then just now, the star card has come out again. Wow. So, okay, I'll go back to that and find out what the Mother Star, what the difference is. But the star card has come out again. This is if you change nothing. Like, you are sitting pretty good in your vibration right now. I just want to commend you on that. That is no small feat, especially coming through what you have come through. You are a guiding light. You're an inspiration. You're full of faith and hope. All right, then we have, this is if you don't change your vibration, an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. We're going to look into that. And one more for this future outcome. The Sun. Oh my gosh. Wow, the Star and the Sun. This is with you doing nothing. Like, this is with you not doing another thing on yourself. Not, focusing on, you're so strong right now. Wow. Wow. Okay, before I go any farther, I'm going to look in my little book here, and we're going to see what the Mother Star, what the difference between the Star. So the Star is, the one that came out as the Star, that is the Star card. So we're going to see what the Mother Star is, if I can find it. Well, I've never seen a Mother Star. I don't know what, maybe that's talking about the world. Maybe that's, Okay, I found it. It says, the mother star, the path that has led you to where you are today has been full of twists and turns. There may have been times when you doubted yourself and lost faith in your guides. The mother star appears means you are coming to a place now where you can look back and see that every setback served purpose and every failure taught you a much needed lesson. I can't see really well, and this is very small print. The strength, courage, and character you've gained along the way have made you into a unique and resilient person. It's time to step up and embody your full potential. The mother star holds a cup and a sword. She wears a pentacle around her neck and is flanked by wands. Her journey and soul exploration connect her in a balanced way to each suit in the Minor Arcana. And if she appears in a reading where you have a specific yes or no question, she represents a resounding yes. Her guide, the gentle three-eyed winged tiger, is also here to offer you assistance, vision, and strength as you embark on this new chapter of transformation. Wow. Telling you, lots of strength, lots of energy, lots of power has come to you. My. And here you are, the star. Okay, so this path, what's in your future? I mean, my God, the sun, the star. Now let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is trying to tell you about this path. Okay, so this Ace of Pentacles, everything looks so positive. Like where your vibration is and how you are thinking right now seems so positive, except for maybe in the money department. So that may be what you need to shift. This is what may happen if you don't shift anything, if you don't change your mentality. So this is like procrastination, and it's saying this procrastination could be what causes your dreams to not be a reality. You have got so much power behind you right now. It is absolutely incredible. I mean, I can't even imagine what cards are going to come out if you shift your mentality. It feels like I've got all the good cards out here already. But this prosperity, this money part of things, seems to be where, you've come through so much. You've cleaned out so many of the stored pains, probably around relationships, if I'm looking at this correctly. But the money... But where you stand with money, that's the part that needs to shift. So if you don't shift it, this is path A, that's what we ask. If you don't shift it, it looks like you still have so much truth and so much authenticity about you and so much light. I mean, so much light here, and energy and vitality and truth. There's so much truth to you. You just exude it. That's all wonderful, but your finances won't really grow with you at the level that you are. They're not at the level that you are emotionally, spiritually. So we want to catch that up, okay? So let's look at if you raise your vibration, especially around money. It looks like you've raised your vibration on just about everything else. It's just money. What the heck? All right, let's look at this. Spirit, tell them if they show us what needs to drop away, show us what they need to do to raise to the very highest level of thinking, feeling. All right, you got the Two of Wands. If they shift to the highest vibration, there's stars everywhere in this reading. I can't wait to show you. I mean, you can see it on the picture here. The Magician. Holy cow. Oh my God, that one jumped out. What is that? The Three of Wands. You are manifesting like crazy. Oh my God. I have chills. I have chills everywhere. Everybody, like, there are so many stars. Look at them. Look at them. You can see them as I'm seeing them. Look at them. Look at all the cards. The Mother Star has this. The Mother Star card has stars. The Magician is wearing a star. The Two of Wands is wearing a star. You got the Star card. You got a star in the Ace of Pentacles. It's just like, oh my gosh, you're so supported. I mean, it just really feels like your gift for coming out the other side of this mess, this emotional mess, and to be grateful for, if this was an actual person that you went through this with, through a broken relationship now, a physical relationship that's not broken in the spiritual at all. I mean, it's the same as it was. It's the unconditionally loving. It will always be the same. It will never change. It can't change. We can't change. Like, this is what we are to one another. Soul to soul. We are just one. So, it worked. Hey, it worked. And to see that person from that higher perspective and to say, oh my God, thank you, other soul, for, it was hard. And now you're going through it. And send unconditional love that way. Like, you don't have to reach out by any means. Like, you keep following your path physically, because they need to go through that, like, themselves. That's not for you to hold their hand through. The fact that you're not there anymore is what's causing them to go through it. And if you show back up on the scene, then it might enable their progress. So, yeah, let them, that's their stuff. They have guides, they'll be helped, but look at your path. My goodness gracious. So, if you shift to the highest level, you have the Two of Wands, the Magician, and the Three of Wands, meaning you don't listen to the ego voice, you flood your space. Your space, the space of you, your inside you, your inner world. There's a space, and it is listening. It is the universe, and it is listening. And words are being pumped in there all day, every day, and usually it's by that voice of the ego. And it can say some really horrible things, negative things, hopeless things. But it looks like you've mastered a lot of that, except in the area of money. So you want to flood that space now. We're not letting in those negative thoughts about money and being supported financially in the physical. We want good. We want to flood it with, I choose this. I'm the Magician here. You've got the Magician card. I choose to have prosperity. I choose to be successful. I choose to have balance. I choose to have fun. This is what I choose in my experience. And then that starts to create your future outcomes. It may not happen. You may be saying it and then looking around you and like, oh no, it's still pretty crappy. And it's like, what doesn't happen immediately. What you're seeing is based off of what you have been vibrating about money. But you're choosing to have a better experience by flooding your inner world, flooding your universe with those words. And you've got wands here, and that's, I'm thinking about that book. Your word is your wand. What's her name? Florence Scovel Shin, not Swin. I don't know. I can't say her name, but you should listen to that. It's free on YouTube. I'll link it in the description. But she talks about those words. And those words are flowing through your universe, your inner universe. And you are creating what shows up on the outside of you. The Two of Wands. Let's feel into that card here. It just feels kind of like you have two things, or you're working on two things. Or you have two options. And it's partnership, it's influence, it's plans. You're really working together with the universe. Like you're holding this in your hand. You are looking more at your longer term goals too. Like you're looking more into the future, and you're planning, and you're really thinking things through now, where you've been on such a ride. You've been turned upside down and sideways and every which way. And I mean, now finally you are on your feet. You may not be on your feet financially yet, but that can change. Okay? I need you to hear me. That can change. Because now you're stable enough that you have a plan. You can stop and have time to plan, instead of just surviving whatever emotional roller coaster you were riding that day. Like, it's not like that now. Now you can plan and strategize and think things through, and think about the seeds you want to plant, and think about your long-term goals. And the magician is just manifestation, meaning, you have the desire and commitment to pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue. And a lot of that is, just dreaming and daydreaming and thinking about how that looks and how that feels, and then taking action. You've got a lot of wands here in the future path. There's a lot of action going on. You're taking a lot of action by changing your mentality, by raising your vibration. It results in lots of actions. Okay, so then the Three of Wands. Again, it's just planning for the future with more conviction. It's like, I'm serious about this now. I can actually see that I'm going to have the means to do this now. Before, when I started this journey, yes, my vibration was at its highest level. I started making plans, but I still wasn't quite sure, I still wasn't seeing the money yet, because I just started this path with a raised vibration. But I was consistent. I held my vibration there, meaning I knew this was happening. And I changed my thoughts, and I flooded my inner universe with thoughts of, I choose to be abundant, and I choose to be financially secure, and I choose to be done with that lesson of poverty and lack. I choose to have what I need now. I choose that. And then with the Three of Wands, it's just like you're moving with it now. Like, there's movement to actually put that into action. And it can also be actual movement. Like I'm moving house, or I'm traveling, or I'm going on an adventure, and I have more freedom in my life now. I'm telling you, this is so amazing. This is so, so, so good. What a good reading. What a good and powerful reading. So, first of all, congratulations for being where you are. I know how hard that is to overcome those shadows, to overcome that mental anxiety and mental fear and mental stress and worry and emotional pain. I know how hard it is to leave something behind that, especially, two souls that agree to help each other in such a drastic way. That connection is a powerful one. That soul-to-soul connection is powerful. And to have to leave them to then go through their stuff alone, it seems very hard in the physical, but you have to hold that higher perspective about that. You have to hold your highest vibration around that also, to know that you guys agreed on that. Like, you were going first. They were going to put you through hell, because they were still in their ego. They put you through hell. You went through your pain, and then you were able to walk away, which took so much strength. I'm just so proud for you And I just want you to know just how strong you are. And even, really the biggest change that comes from raising your vibration on your path, you're just as beautiful on path A as you are on path B. But the difference is you get to choose. You're not only conscious, you're using that consciousness to create. I want you to hear what I'm saying. You've not just made it to the level of, I'm conscious and awake, and I don't entertain my ego anymore and allow it to take me into dramas, and I don't need that anymore. I've cleaned out a lot of that stored pain, and that's done. I took the energy away from that, and I've reclaimed that energy, and I'm so strong now. And not a lot gets to me anymore. And if it does, I know how to handle it. I look it in the face, I let my ego throw its fit, and I take the power right away from it. I'm not engaging or reacting with that anymore. So you're already there. What you haven't been doing with that space that you're in now, you're no longer playing the game in the physical world at its mercy. You're not at its mercy. You're at the creator level now. You're on the level of the creator who now knows it's just a game, and you can play or not play. And you'll never play it in the dark anymore. You'll never think you are the person in the role anymore, ever again. You'll know that it's just a game. You won't take it seriously. It's just something to play with. You won't get lost in the emotion of it. You won't get, it won't overtake you anymore. So now you're free to just say, oh, sure, I'll play. But this is what I want to happen. This is what I choose to engage in. So I'm not running up against things in life that are bringing up stored pains anymore for me to, which is all well and good. That's where we all start, because that's what we came here to do and clear out. But now you're at the creator level. Now you just get to have fun with it. Now have fun with it. And I would start with getting yourself some more money, because that's how it looks. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take my own advice. So that's it. If something has helped you here, if you don't mind hitting the like button, and be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.